Let's get a little jam. I can tell her this. Might just leave this on for a moment. This was pretty short notice. So I'm not expecting the whole showing up, but I figured I was quiet for like 2 or 3 days, so I figured I would come in with some updates. And we will go outside. There'll be a, but right now, kind of. We're back. Oh, we're back. So I'm kind of just still decompressing from that because I had it's been a long day. Been a lot of editing. I've been trying to figure out Adobe Premiere, and it's good. I had a good breakthrough earlier. Like I use one of these tour boxes, so I'm also trying to like learn how to use it with that. And I had a nice like moment where my brain went, oh, if I was going to drop this down, I would just push a button over here, and I just hit the button there, not knowing what it did, and it actually did what I wanted to do. So it kind of like put me in the mind space that I'm like, okay, I'm getting in the right headspace. Where long story, but last 2 days was wild, but it's been pretty cool. And here's what's tough: the coolest footage is all the bus outside driving. It's the hardest thing for me to film as one person, but I put an effort in today. I got some great footage. I had cameras strapped all over that thing. So I think you guys, the first episode, I think will be a lot of fun. Maybe I'll check in with chat. What's going on, guys? We got a lot of you guys here. Right on. We got Better with the Irish. Right on. Bigfoot Dwarf. Cool. Bristol, how'd you get in here? What's up, Bristol? Miss Booberry. That is a sick tune. I'm gonna get to turn it off, I guess. I don't know. Can I bring it down? Can we just bring it down a little bit? It's on at like 22%. Let me know if 22% is a little bit too much for everybody. Amy True's in the house. Mr. Moore. Michelle, what's going on? Scott, if you're there, what's going on? Good. On, what's going on? Okay, cool. People showed up. Yes, we will go outside. I'm still just kind of like relaxing. And I washed some clothes, old school style. These ones I'm wearing right now today, and it came out great. They're very fresh. On some rope. How's everyone else doing tonight? I went to go check. I haven't really even been on my channel for like the last day or two, so I went to go check how that that video I did, I think it was called like Post Patty or whatever. It was when I was still, I don't remember, I was in the parking lot still, but I was talking about the Patterson stuff. But the comments weren't on. I was like, oh, I would expect like a bunch of comments. There was none, and that was my bad. Oh, really bad. Because I was wanting a bunch. I thought that was an interesting topic, but I guess I didn't set something right. But it should be on now. So if you go over there, let me know if it's on. It should be on. I don't ever want to put up a video where there's no comments. That'd be a really crappy way to kind of do this. But yeah, it was some like I didn't have some setting on correctly. That was subwoofers in the bus. I don't know why that jam. I'm really feeling it. I know it's just like a StreamYard generic kind of like there you go free thing, but let me drop that banner at least. I think that's what else I got here? I don't like that. It's friendly. I should just leave that up. I like how it pops up. Oh man, I'm loopy from today. I'm not even familiar enough Premiere yet, where I could have taken some clips out, I'm sure, and just kind of showed you guys some stuff. But I got a pretty cool. Here's my issue. I'm trying to go into this, but I'm also like very heavily inspired by Edgar Wright. You guys know who that is? Who did like, I'm sure a lot of you guys would. The Cornetto trilogy, Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and The World's End. He has a very quick editing style, and I really like it. And I don't know why that would be a great way to do an intro. First ever like hardcore sit down edit, and but it's coming on. It's coming along. It's coming along. I like it. I thought it's pretty cool. I may have ramped up the frame rates bus driving, because there's one where I was hitting it. I was going probably a maximum of like 35, which is pretty good for a bus on like dirt roads. And it's like it's not quite there. So I took it to like 250% increase in speed. And that sucker looks like the Bluesmobile coming down that dirt road. It's pretty sick. It doesn't look bad either. It looks pretty good. Oh, set it lower. It sounds like another video. I'll just take it off. We'll just end it. It's over. It's over, guys. We killed it. Just an old hippie. What's going on? Atticox, what's going on? Mr. Reboy says, Hot Fuzz. Been a while since I saw that one. That's my free. I watch it quite a bit. It was free somewhere. I'll be back. I keep dipping out. Like I said, we're in the woods. So I did spend about an hour trying to get like the satellite or the Starlink to like the thinnest amount of branches. But we got it. Yeah, Hot Fuzz is my favorite. I like the way it just builds up. This is always going to devolve into movie talk. What else we got going on? But yeah, I have the have a camera outside doing a time lapse, and it should be up. And I figured when it's up, then I'll go out. Although Tuna escaped a little bit ago, so there may be a frame or two of me and a cat like running around, and then like me picking up a cat. Tuna is here. Tuna, you want to say hi? Tuna, everybody. Keeping the eye out. The cats, I think, are actually a really good detection system for. They're really on to like raccoons and possums, like, and even like sometimes I don't know what they're looking at, so I'm assuming like some sort of mouse or like rat. And I'll tell you what, like multiple times at night, all the cats are attention are like and a window and a door, which is freaky, number one, but also probably a good thing. Probably a good thing. So here in a little bit, I'll probably have to go to like a break banner to give me like 5-10 minutes. I gotta move a couple things outside. I'm not gonna get too crazy with it, and hopefully the signal holds out. And then when I set up an audio recorder, and I'll get I'll get the camera doing the time lapse. I'll get it kind of like rearranged. I got the box for it right here. But yeah, I just wanted to give you everybody a check in. Busy with this edit, trying to get my brain wrapped around a lot of the footage I took a couple days. I wasn't happy with it. So much. I got a lot of B-roll of it. Like there is useful stuff in there, but I don't like. Is it flickering again? My presentation was really off. I look like shit, and I just wasn't happy with it. I gotta shave. I got cleaned up. I gotta look like I give a shit, because I do. But I am living in a bus, so it's easy to become disheveled and looking. You know how it is. You're living in a bus. That's how it goes. Also, this power wire has been getting lower and lower every day. I don't know. Is Mulvey Motorsports here? I'll just throw some zip ties on it. Oki asked that I move over to more. I'm not going to tell anybody where I'm at. I'm not in a spot that I've been at before. I am. I just kind of try to find a spot that was out of the way enough to where I can work on my edit, but still like in an area that's got some like known activity. And so I'm just going to keep a few things running. Nothing too crazy. I'm really trying to hunker down and get this edit going, because I think you guys are going to really like it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Lagging a bit, but yeah, that's just kind of what it's going to do. I will say, Starlink, considering how thick it is here, and I know the leaves are down right now, but like considering like the actual like foliage, it's not. I'm impressed with Starlink, because right now I'm literally pointing between like large like. I saw it buffering it. Just enough to shoot through. Also, I didn't tell you guys about that. I had a crazy thing happen. It really kind of freaked me out. But I did that live stream. It must have been the live stream where I was at that kind of turnaround with the little restroom in the middle, and it's where I would do like the whoops and all that. And I was out there live stream the next day around like sometime in the afternoon. Someone asked a question in the hiking Facebook page, and they were like, "Hey, I'm looking for," and then they described the place exactly how I described it, and then then like comment was like, I saw a guy on YouTube. I'm just kind of looking for that location. And I was like shocked how many people were just forwarding that information, the exact location at where I was. And then it freaked me out. Like, I don't know this dude, but he's coming for me. I lived, and I don't think he ever showed up. He might have no bad intent. I don't know. It was just, it really freaked me out. Is tuna? Oh, let me show you guys Ogata. Super cat. Ogata's a rarity. Yeah. Oh, the bus is a little messy. I did vacuum. Look at that guy. Brave warrior Ogata. Look at you, look dumb cat. Oh, I love you. Oh, I love you. Ogata. Oh, you don't like that. He does though. He'll just looking at you, and you're like, man, there ain't nothing going on up there. He's the issue in. Absolutely alone. I gotta let him get some air. So like Tuna's good. She'll just kind of like walk around the bus, kind of chill. Ogata, that guy just run off. I chased that dude through like a quarter mile of woods. And then I finally found him. He was just laying like as flat as he could be on the ground, just terrified. And he acts like he doesn't know how he got there. He's like confused by like, oh, how did I get in this position? But it's like you ran into it. Hey, what's going on, Patty? A lot of people. Right on. It looks like my jinx. Yeah, these orange cats. He's interesting because he was a rescue. He was from like a litter that was born in like a hoarder's house. So it popped up on a local, like a township page. Like, hey, we got some cats that needed picked up. And I didn't really want them. But there was a hurricane coming. And I think something to do with the hurricane had something to do with the hoarder's house, like finally getting like taken care of. But he's got a big swirl on his side, like a hurricane swirl on his side when he's walking. He's also huge. He's like a mountain lion. Isn't that right, Ogata? Ogata. Can I interest you in a fish? This is one of the most deceptive things about the bus, though, is that like I feel like I'm home, but I'm also like I'll forget that I'm like in the woods sometimes, and that's something. I'll tell you what. Because yeah, you just like, oh, you like look out the window and it's like you just see woods. And you're like, oh, that's right. Yeah. Even though like it's my house, everything I own is here. Interesting. We were saying what I call like swirly kitty. Yeah, he's got a lot of them. Very tiger looking, and like he's perfect camouflage for these like leaves right now. Like if he just goes and lays down, he knows he just blends right in. Tuna does this thing that drives me nuts. And I just laid like carpet down in here. There's a couple screws like keeping it kind of taut, But Tuna does this thing before she drinks water. I got one of those cat water fountains, and like before she takes a sip, she claws into the carpet and starts pulling up as she's like trying to sip, and it causes like the water fountain to like jiggle and like spill water. And I had to look up what it is, and it's like a wildcat instinct of, I guess, the instinct of digging for water or having to dig down into it. I don't know. It was wild, but she's like the most indoor cat ever. I don't know why she would have like such a like core instinct built in where she has to spill water. So I can't get too mad at her. It's instincts, but isn't that right, Tuna? It's gonna be choppy, guys. All right, I'm gonna put you guys on pause for a minute. Let me get things together. Let me see if there's we do some Black Mountains. I'm gonna just step out. You guys chill out. Let me on. Get a quick vote what we want to listen to. Is this? I don't. You guys hear this? This is like used on every like culture podcast. So I'm not going to do that to you guys. Lo-fi. You guys are lo-fi? You guys are probably lo-fi, right? That's a little bit. Oh, feeding ducks. Okay, I'm kind of with that. Mulvey Motorsports, what's up? We're about to go outside. I'm trying to find some chill music, and I'm going to dip out for about 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere, folks. I'll be right back, and we'll be outside. And I'm going to retrieve a time-lapse camera I had going, and I'm going to get some microphone stuff out there. Is this good, guys? Can we all hang with this for a minute? Thank you for sticking with me for an MK radio. I want to turn it down a little bit, though. Okay, guys. I'll be right back. We are back, everybody. Let me know if you can hear me good. Let me turn this off. We are back. Let me turn this light off. Okay, let me get a little, see where a good angle is. We're not getting blasted with some. I gotta say it. Lost out. Hello, hello, hello. Am I back in? Hello, hello. Hey, let me step out for just 1 minute and let me see if oh wait, no, I don't have to do that. I can just hello, hello. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Okay. Let me get the camera going on. I don't want to. Well, you guys really can't see too much. I'll give you a good blast, I guess. Um, See, it sounds like a spooky movie out here. I'm telling you, there's something about this has been like testing my. I don't know if you guys can hear me all right. This has been testing like my courage because it's like it's freaky sometimes coming out where it's like, oh, I guess I'll set a recorder, then I have to go pick it up and like I'd be curious about it, so I go out like 4 a.m. It's so freaky. We're still asked if I heard any more knocks, but that's kind of what I was saying. There's so much wind right now, and the pollen is just terrible. We're in like a pollen apocalypse, so it's just you're hearing like trees hitting everywhere. Let me check this camera out real fast. I need to get it on a charger. Let me see what it looks like. And look, you guys can get exclusive. Let me see how it looks first. Okay. Check out this time lapse here. Obviously not gonna be. Yeah, everything's knocking. I am gonna have to put on a light for a moment. I got to. Well, I'd like to. The battery's pretty well gone at this point, so I'm gonna pop in a fresh one, and may have to go back in to grab a few more things. I don't know if you guys can you guys still hear me when I'm like, but get a fresh battery in this. I have a light for it. Where did the light go? There's the light. The trusty audio recorder. Oh, I need the cage for it. Hey guys, I'll be right back. I'll let you guys know what. Just enjoy the. I don't know if you guys actually see the forest. I'll be right back. I gotta go back in the bus.
Did we all make it? Did anything weird happen? Did a Bigfoot walk by? All right, I got the cage for it. And what took me so long was I'm hoping I got trying to find a nice kind of low beam situation going on here. I don't know if I got batteries in this because I think I'm a smart guy. No, I got batteries. Okay. Thought I kind of forgot them. And that too, and like with the leak, that too, and with the everything kind of falling off. Everything sounds like footsteps too, because things are hitting the ground everywhere. Let me catch up with chat real fast. I'm mouseless, so it's gonna take a second. Got Scorpius, got Oki, got Surviving the Strange. What's up? Way of the Sploot. I am Virix, Michigan Cryptid, Pork Chop Express, Patty G. Well, there's some big hitters here. Paul F. Green, Mully Motorspade Sports. He says the win this evening is insane. It is, and pollen when you guys, a lot of you guys are in the South. You know how it gets when the pollen. My computer's already covered in like a yellow dust, but it's literally like clouds of the stuff. You know what? I forgot my headphones too. I need to pack a little thing of earbuds in there or in here so that get this. Gonna need all of it tonight if we are gonna catch anything, but I think something like this would only really catch a really solid like whoop or something like that. But hey, why not give it a shot? Again, what if they're all wood knocks? Did you ever think about that? It's nerve-wracking, guys. It's nerve-wracking. I should have brought my rig for that. Be right back. We wouldn't be doing this a lot, folks. We'll be doing this a lot, folks. Well, first things first. This is my ADH brain too. I still gotta get this cage on the. Where I keep thinking there's a car coming down this gravel road over here. Unbelievable how much crazy how much pollen there is. Let me see if I'm gonna do something with the settings on this since I can't really be on it. This should be more of a circular. It should be more of a if you had like a group of people. Does that sound all right? Can I stand here? Again, the wind's so strong, and I'm hearing like you got Bigfoot on the brain. That's like what you're gonna hear, I guess. I'd love for you guys though to be able to hear this. Let me see if I can. Let me see if you can. You guys are gonna have to let me know. You guys gonna is this sounding all right? MK will also be known as BRB. Oh yeah, be right back. Yeah, okay, that's true. You know what the worst part of it is? It'd be so much faster, but I have to fight off 2 cats. Everything I have to do on this, like remember, like when I'm filming with the bus, I have to go in and out. I have to fight 2 cats every time I go in and out. It's really troublesome. Now it always asks me which device I plug in. It says headphones. It's not headphones, but what would it be? A headset? Well, it's neither. Let me see if Can you? Hello. Hello. I have this. Yeah, I put it on headset. This should be taking audio from this now, the shotgun mic. I would really love you guys to hear what I'm hearing out here, because it's just the wind is just insane, and it's just knocking trees around. Hello. Okay, you guys do you hear me? Does it sound wacky because it's coming from this? Okay. Let me check to make sure. Okay, you guys are getting audio. You guys are getting audio from this thing. So I'm gonna crank her up here. I don't know what this does. A little ambient feel for what I'm doing out here. You guys back on the Yeti. Now I should be back on the Yeti, and it should just be normal dialogue stuff. I'll listen back to this and see what that sounded like. That's interesting. Right now, I'm going to put it into this recorder. I do have to go back in and get that rig. I absolutely have to. And there was something else too I needed. Fresh battery in that. Like a rumble noise. Could be a Jake brake or something like that. Let me check in on everybody, see how we're doing. Paige, you said make a list next time. Well, you know what? I wasn't sure because of the wind. I was like, well, maybe I'm not going to even attempt audio. And maybe I won't, to be honest with you. There's just too many knockings going on. So I don't know. I don't. That's all right, though. In case anything happens, I do have this. Oh, glad we got to do that little experiment with the shotgun mic. I wonder how far I can go down. I wonder if I could test the range on this. Like the Starlink setup. I wonder how far I could actually walk out into the woods there. Ooh, I do have Scorpius's thermal right here. Whip this guy out. This requires some sort of app. And I wonder if I could just put, can I just put the app on the computer and then just screen share like that? But you know what I do want to test out though is this. Buckle up, folks. Take you to the world. We're going into the world of the therm. We're about to get thermal up in here. Are you ready to get thermal? You know what? Beggars can't be choosers. And this doesn't seem too bad, to be honest with you. That's my light panel. See, I keep hearing something over here. You know what? That ain't bad. Like, I get that it's just a camera, like, pointed through it, but you guys are seeing it. Okay. Sorry, guys. Yeah, it's gonna be skippy. I mean, you guys can see what the Starlink has to compete with. But, yeah, that glowing thing right there is a piece of quartz. Was over there earlier today, checking it out. We're losing it. We're losing her. There we go. All right. It's not, you know what? It's in a pinch. It kind of works. That's what's up. This thing's fabulous, though. Really nifty. It's such a new piece of gear. I oftentimes forget to even bust it out. I'm like, then I remember. Oh shit! Yeah, I got a thermal. I can thermal it. Amy, is it real quartz though? That is the question. That is the question. This guy's ramped up, ready to go. Dang, what else can we? Well, I guess we just hang out here, right? Like, this is the whole thing. We've only been here for 40 minutes. We gotta show up. Let me see if I can like change up the angle a little bit. After filming the bus all day today, it is like one of those things where I tell you what, it's like I have to do. Here's this. Whoa, I'm really out of focus. I'll wait till I don't want to talk till I come back into focus. Can we get? Hey, buddy. Hey. Oh, there you are. Hey, good to see you. Good to see you. Exposition, like me giving exposition. I've done it. I've done it like a couple of different ways, and it's always way cooler when I'm driving. It's just more exciting if I'm driving and giving exposition, opposed to me just standing somewhere doing it. So that was a big thing today. Was I did as much as I could driving. Free thing. Let me turn this light around. Come on, stop making weird noises, Woods. Like a spooky thing going on. That's all right. We can do that. I'll go ahead and just in case anything goes on, I'll put this guy. This is a good, just a trooper. If you just want to make sure you got something recording. I don't know. Watch this. Watch me be all pro. You guys are gonna love it. Gotta please wait. Oh, there's a good question in chat. I'm gonna answer it. Hello, March 23rd, 2026. Uwharrie. It is 8:43 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm just gonna put this guy right over here, and maybe at least we'll have maybe some backup if something does kind of make a noise. All right. There was a good question. Where was it at? It was all capital. There it was. I need to go back in and get my water. I'll be right back, everyone. When you hear a noise, does distraction come to your mind, and do you think to look in an opposite direction? Yes, actually. And that is something where it's I'll do it solo, because I am just like that person. But it is one of the nice things about like working in a group is when you got like more than like 2 people, really look in all directions. And that's something like when I work with Halban Holler, they definitely keep that in mind. So like, and you'll notice in some documentaries when something's going off, one of us may be looking in the complete opposite direction where everything else is looking, and that's because of that, that distraction factor. Because I think a lot of it is. I wish I could get this guy a little brighter. Let me see if I can. Okay, that's just how I want to get some aspect of like woods in here. Oh, you know what? I bet you I could. Keep hearing like a. Let me see if I can set this up somewhere. Just trying to get a little bit more lights going on in there. Okay. Oh, oh. But yeah, absolutely. I do think about distractions. Multi motorsports. The lighting right now is awesome. Need to read scary stories. I should. I want to read some. I should start an ASMR channel. I'm really into that. I'm really into that ASMR. I will be laying down. I'll pop on some headphones. I actually have a sleep mask with the built-in Bluetooth headphones. Man, I'll pop a little on there. Drift off to sleep. I'm not above it. You have the most uncanny expression when you look towards the left. Is your sixth sense going off? Well, heard some of these noises outside of the windiness of it all, it would really freak me out. It would be like a distinct, like, oh, that's definitely like a knock or some aggressive behavior. But oh, is the music still on? Oh, I didn't realize I had music on. My bad. Sorry. I heard something that sounded like a bark, but it was like one, and it was kind of over there. Huh. But again, like I said, some of these noises, if I was just by myself, and like it wasn't windy, I'd be pretty freaked out. I'd be going in the old tent maybe for the night. I informed the boss so he can crash the chat. Oh, the boss man. Backcountry Project, please turn the music down just a bit. It's hard for me. Oh, okay, yeah, I did. My bad. With a sleep mask, I'd be unfuckable. Oh yeah, I completely like zone. I do a lot of like. This is gonna sound. I put like I'm a cool guy, but I will be listening to some like singing bowls. It'll be some dude, and he'll just be sitting there like. Yeah, I'll go right out. There was this one time I really needed to get some sleep, and really do I have sleep issues, but I had a sleep issue a few months back. It was actually may have been like 7 months ago, and I was put on this video, and it was like some Reiki guy, and he looked like definitely like California, looked like clean cut Jesus, like with shroud and all, but really clean cut, beautiful beard, long hair, soft skin, right? And he's someone who like I would normally like if I saw that guy at like a In-N-Out burger, I'd probably be like, oh, that guy, he's like a poser or whatever. He's too clean cut. I expect my like gurus to be like kind of raggedy. Maybe that's just me. And but anyway, he was doing this Reiki thing for sleep, and he had like a geode in one hand, and then the other hand was just free. And he was doing this number, and like while I'm thinking, I'm going like, that's an ugly geode. Like it's not even pretty or anything like that. And then I'm kind of like catching like, oh, he walks his hand slightly off. It's slightly one faster than the other. And I was like, out. I was like, oh, that's what it is. Like all of that was what it was. So it worked. That guy, he did it, man. Amy True said a bark is something. It is something. That's why I was kind of like perking up there for a second. Now, again, like there's a what did they call it? There's a name for private property that's spread out through national forest land. So like dogs in the Uwharries, usually you almost anywhere out here, you're gonna hear like neighbors or like dogs somewhere, even if it's like a mile or two. You catch a bark once in a while. But that one particularly, it was over there. There's really nothing over there but a mountain, and there is like a old dirt logging road that is kind of like a walking path, and it's sort of in that direction. But yeah, haven't seen nobody, and I've been out here like there's been no one out here where I'm at. That Wood Run place that I was staying at, I guess I now, but I mean, it's pretty easy to figure out. That road one place, it got really wild. But I was looking for a place just to like sit tight and kind of edit, and to kind of work on stuff. And like I said, I had like 2 crash outs in the last 48 hours trying to like wrap my head around this, and then I did kick myself really hard for like messing up the first day of like presentation type filming. Amy True asked, Micah, do you have a singing bowl in real life? I do not have a singing bowl in real life. I would have to go all in on that type of thing. So I'd have to get like that giant set of like 12, which takes up about as much space as like a Volkswagen bus. And, but I mean, I would though. I'd sit there, I'd jam at that. I'd sit around in a circle, jam and stuff. That Reiki is, Amy True said, Reiki is no joke. I had a Reiki and quit smoking. That's what I need to do. I haven't smoked since. I'm ADHD, and singing bowls help me so much. It centers me also, and it does bring inactivity from creatures. I'm also like ADHD, so like, I mean, you guys witnessed some of it. I mean, if you've seen the inside of this thing, you definitely can tell. I'm pretty scattered brain, but like there is something to that. There's something to a lot of this stuff. Like I'll joke about like crystal ladies and all that who put like crystals, but like who am I to actually say that like that isn't channeling some specific type of energy going to specific spots? Like that in my head actually makes sense, you know? I also watched a video on homemade rocket launchers earlier, so I'm all over the place. Hawk Soren, Amy's being random and ADHD trait. I'm all over the place when talking. Sherry knows. I think a lot of people are. You know what I mean? I think we're no longer like the rarity or the minority in this crowd. I think a lot of people in general. I mean, a lot of us are getting used to, even if you were born, like I was born before cell phones and internet, but just the last 20 years of actually having that stuff, like 25 years, 26 years of actually having that stuff, that can affect like we also like had to like change. Like we're in a forced change here where it's very short form information, very short form videos. That's been really the big increase to short form videos. And I mean, who's to say it's good? Who's to say bad? What's good? What's bad? Let's get that thermal up. I heard something. Let's get that thermal up. You guys ready for some live thermal action? I thought I heard something pretty That is my Starlink right there. If you're wondering what that odd shape is. There is a, you see the ground there? Where that ground ends, where you might seem it's like the horizon. It's not actually. It's a big drop off. It drops maybe 20, 25 feet. It's not like a cliff, but it's a pretty substantial downturn right there. That quartz rock was right in this area, right? No, there it is. It's right there. And this is what I'm saying. Look how we went full circle back to Reiki. This is a Reiki rock of some sort. I just made myself crack up. I called it a Reiki rock. Yeah, pic's gonna be tiny because it's just the it's literally just the webcam being held up to it. So you're seeing just look. I mean, you're seeing the full frame of it. That's everything I see if I peek through there. I'll bring it back. If I hear something again, we're like I said, that works pretty good in a pinch. In a pinch. In a pinch. But with that embankment being right over there, I mean, that's something like that was shown in the Sumter documentary, where it's easy to defeat these things if the landscape provides places to hide behind, and that could be foliage, that could be all kinds of things, including embankments. I hear some more strange stuff. We'll go back to that. I know it's like small and it's probably not the best quality, but it puts you in the action, right? I mean, let's catch up on chat. Oh yeah, I'm behind a little bit. A lot of people love that live action thermal. Us ADHDers thrive in chaos. I think that's actually kind of why the schooly life really took to me. There's a lot of stuff I have to like maintain. You know what I mean? I have to constantly be checking. I have to check the battery thing constantly. That's my whole life now, is looking at a battery monitor. But you know what? I like that. It gives me something to kind of anchor my moments to throughout the day. Water, food, all that stuff. What am I going to eat? I've also lost a lot of weight. Not like a bad, well, maybe a little bit in a bad way for the last 2 days, but I think just getting out a lot. Oh my God, did I tell you guys about my pants? Did I tell you pants rip day? I think I did. I remember that. I'll tell you that after I catch up with chat. I'm gonna go get some water here because I'm dry mouthing over here. Blue onyx has been known to help it sleep. What the fuck was that? Let me know if you guys saw something on cam there. I could have sworn something just not like a Bigfoot, but like I could have sworn I saw like something fly by. People love that live action. Blue onyx. Is that like the I'm thinking of that liquid blue stuff. That RFK juice. Give me that RFK Junior juice. Use thermal as often as can to being surprised in the dark. Absolutely. And that's one of the things. Let me go get up. I'm gonna leave this up here. We're gonna come back to that. I'm gonna get some water though. I'm gonna take the back door in. Get back. Okay, I'm back, guys. Whew. That's refreshing. That's a refreshing bit of water right there, guys. Let me get this. DJI Pro ready just in case. I gotta get some of that fresh patty footage. You know what I'm talking about? Use thermals often as, yeah. So what I've noticed with thermal and using it is when it seems to work, you know, like you can catch things with it. In doing so, I think it pushes the phenomenon back. So you have to use it. I'm on, maybe not use it sparingly, but you have to know that if you do end up kind of using thermal a lot, you might not have a lot of action because it does work. So I think it's location dependent. Like in a situation like this where like there's an embankment not too far that way, so like something could just be whatever is about 75 feet away, just over that embankment, then I think they would still come in close and all that. But in a place where it's flat, where thermal is really effective, I think it might quell the activity down. So it's kind of give and take. Like, what are you trying to really? But most of the time, and like with Bigfoot type stuff, audio seems to be the most consistent and something that it's good to document. Like it's to me, audio evidence is in many ways equal to video evidence because something has to be making that noise. And on spectrographs, you can tell if it's in the range of something that a human can do. And particularly in an area like this where the largest mammals walking around in the woods is going to be a deer or a person, and occasionally maybe a bear. But even then, that's not much bigger than a person. Most bears are like black bears that are like, you know, 250 pounds is a big black bear. Like that's a real big one. Not to say they can't get bigger. I'm sure there's probably 400-pound ones, but um, got a little bit of a vibe shift here. But if you hear a noise being produced by something that's larger than a human's capable of it or a deer's capable of it, that's something. I mean, that is really something. Uh, Scorpio said, and yes, it pauses for at least 2 seconds to calibrate frequently. They do that all the time. All do that. That's one of the things too, where I didn't realize that as a viewer of this type of content. It wasn't until I was actually handling thermals where I you like you realize, oh, this is like it's really good, but also there is limitations like that kind of lag where everyone's going to stop and kind of recalibrate. So you're going to lose a second. And again, this is a phenomenon that's very fast. All this stuff is, whether it's Bigfoot, Dogman, Goat Squatch, Sheep Squatch, Mothman, like all this stuff is very fast. So things can happen where, especially if you turn the thermal really fast, you're gonna have like a second or two lag. Can shoot, and that sometimes that's all you got. But hey, the hope is there. Sherry Tango said, "Adopt the Riki Rock, give it a home." Bolting with Bulldog. See anything? Not today. Not today. You're doing a great job with that. Okay, I'm assuming the thermal stuff. I appreciate it. You can give the Riki Rock away in a drawing. I'm sure about being in a national forest and like selling the rocks. Oh, it's the cats. Cats are making some weird noises inside. So something can be peeping over the bank looking at you. Absolutely. Yeah, I can. I mean, you see it in the thermal. Oh, man, I wish there was a way I can mount that camera up to the thermal so I can walk up there so you can see it. But yeah, the spoof said, what does red signify? Energy. Red's going to signify heat in that mode. There's also white hot, where white will be the hot thing. And and which one is more effective. The red hot, I mean, it looks cool. It's definitely like the Predator style. And for this area, it's good. But maybe like a really high end, like white hot would be really good out here. Today was also like a pretty hot day, but we're going into like a little bit of a cold front. So we actually have the backlight actually watching right there. Let me see. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Almost lost the whole thing. We almost lost the whole thing. kind of need a light. Man, I wish I had another light out here. I do have another light out here. I'm being ridiculous. How's that, guys? Are we cooking with gasoline now? That was cringe. So we got the backlight going on. We got the I think it needs back, but slightly turned this way and maybe down a little bit. Be right back. Pee and water break, everybody run. I took a pee before I started the stream. I was mature. Might be cool to have a 3D print mount for a thermal or webcam. Then you can select the thermal in your software to share on screen. That's what I'm thinking I'm going to have to do. I'll download the app for this today, or tomorrow, I mean, when I get good power. And then I should be able to, just share it on here. If I have a screen available with the thermal, I should just be able to actually kind of like crop it and like be able to just throw it up, I would think, right? You get your seltzer water. I was wanting seltzer water today, and I actually did not get any. I'm just sticking with water right now. I did have myself a cherry sun drop, which I didn't even know was a thing. I'm a fan of sun drops. I had that with a double cheeseburger from. Oh shit! I almost had a heart attack. Do you guys see that? I don't know why. I moved the bottle here, and then when I turned back, it was like a humanoid shape, and I wasn't sure what the fuck was. And that was like a guy in a trench coat behind me. That was terrifying. Keep this bottle down here. You got me freaking out about what's going on behind me. Stone Ape Adventures. Hey, what's going on? Hey, guys, Stone Ape Adventures. Let me give a shout out to this gentleman right here. He's a hiker, backpacker. He has a YouTube channel. Go check him out. Let me go. Let me get your channel share, dude. So anyway, I went hammock camping or just camping. Oh, let me get this in. One track mind. Up in Pennsylvania. Where were we at? That was the Laurel Hills in Pennsylvania. And we just had an absolutely... How am I not subscribed to your channel on here? I was. I know I was because I watched something from you recently. Let me get this shared. Do. Copy. Let me put that in my StreamYard. Everyone subscribe to Stone Ape Adventures. He's the type of guy you hike with. But when my dad passed away, he got buried in his hometown up in Pennsylvania, and that's a tough time for anybody. And we connected when I had a hiking channel, and I called him up when I was up there, and I was like, "Hey, man, I just really wanted to go to a nice spot to go, kind of relax, find some peace." Man, he took me out to this beautiful spot. Oh, it was so beautiful up there, rolling hills of Pennsylvania, beautiful river. And we just did a nice little short hike. I don't know what it was, like 1.25 miles, 2 miles maybe, if that, just down a nice creek. And we just chilled. But check out his channel, man. He's doing big stuff too. Good to see him, man. That was awesome. It's one of those things where it's like when you're in like a dark time, definitely gotta like push for like doing something positive. And like that was definitely like really helped me out. Is there a shadow to the left of the tree, or just a feed flipping every now and then? I hope there's not a shadow next to that tree. Maybe what I'll do is oh wait, I have. Look at me. I might get fancy here, guys. I do not know how long I have to listen for a beep to go off, because I do not know how long I got with the power bank in here. So if I have to cut when power's out, I can't do nothing about it. So I have to close up shop, but hopefully we get some time. I'm trying to catch up on chat too while I'm doing this. Unlike consumer grade night vision, we use IR, and they can be seen. The thermal is passive with energy that can be detected. Yeah, absolutely. That's why I was saying, like, it really kind of what kind of experience you're trying to have. I gotta catch up. Oh, there's so much. I'll read this one because I think it was a compliment. Bigfoot and Wild Boy, as a 60-year-old heterosexual man, I have to say, MK Ultra is bringing sexy back to the cryptid investigations. I've been trying to. I'm getting abs. Watch out, watch out, Bigfoot researchers. I'm getting abs. I've done it before. I'll do it again. Then I'll be unstoppable. I'm making turkey burgers and got bubbly cherry seltzers. I would say cherry's my go-to. I love a good lemon lime. If Mulvey Motorsports is still in the chat, he knows those lemon lines were. The wind was like not blowing or something. Now you see what's happening right there. Sometimes when you point it up, it's trying to calibrate the heat. There's nothing like fantastical happening, but you can see when people say like, "Oh, you got to check up in the trees." You just gotta wait, let it recalibrate. So it's one of those things where if this is a phenomenon, it's only taking seconds. You can see how it can easily just maneuver through there. There's that hot quartz again. This is the embankment I was talking about. So that end of the ground right there, that is just an embankment down. And then what you're seeing in the full background is like a hillside. That's probably 200 feet away. Now I'm swooping you around. You're on the side of the bus now looking, and that is sort of just like a draw up to a hillside. Pretty thick stuff. The Starlink right there. Sorry, I heard something. I wanted to get a thermal on that. What the hell was I talking about? I gotta quit sitting like this. Yeah, I gotta catch up. I mean, it seems this place is weird. This is an active place. MK is a hamper. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? What's a hamper? Come up for the T1. I need to come up there. I got invited by Stoned Ape and another YouTuber. Is it Hiking with Buckley? Is that what his channel is? To go up there. I do. I want to take this thing to Pennsylvania. I think we'll have a blast. Cherry Tango just subscribed to Stoned Ape Adventures. Enjoy his content. He's like, there's varying types of hikers. You know what I mean? And it's not about distance or like anything like that. They can all do it. They can go 6,000 miles. They can go 3,000 miles. They can go 1,000 miles. That's not what I'm talking about. There's different types of hikers who some are in it for getting to places, and others in it for the. And Stone Ape Adventures in it for the journey. He always soaks in and he shares it with you. Check out his channel. Oh. Yeah, I have a recorder out right now, actually. So everything's getting recorded on a separate recorder right now. That was a weird noise. What that was. Are you guys hearing any like ambience through this? You should be. Maybe not, but oh my god. Now it sounded like a barred owl. Sound like a barred owl. Let's I know it's messed up. Hold on. Let me get it got barred owls going off. Which maybe it's not a big deal. Maybe it is a big deal. We're all into the Bigfoot and stuff. Sometimes when barred owls, sometimes something answers back, and it's not a barred owl. Getting a lot of noise from over here, though. This is towards that embankment area. Oh, that was a freaky thing going on there for a second. That's just some weird tree. Okay. There was something I was going to do. I don't remember what I was going to do. I was gonna get that set up. Actually, I don't know. I think I'm gonna leave the. I was gonna put the webcam on the tripod, but honestly, it's a little bit easier to manipulate to put it on with the thermal if it's just freehand. Let me catch up real fast. Imagine the overlap between Bigfoot watchers. We could all learn. There. I have to check. Oh, I can check what the power is. Patty G asked, did it sound like a barred owl or something mimicking one? It sounded like a barred owl, but a lot of times that's how it starts. You start hearing like a barred owl, and you can like your brain distinguishes like, oh, that's a barred owl, and then you hear something that sounds a little different, in like response, someplace different. So it's probably blasting the day. Sorry, this thing's kind of lagging up on me. You meet Joe Cote yet? Max says hammock camper. I roll. Stoned Ape's got like this really nice tent. It's like a, I don't know how you would, I don't know how you would describe it. like a European kind of style backpacking tent, so like very durable. Abbott Hollow says has MK Eaton. During the Jesse stream, I enjoyed a Dollar General Clover Valley brand cookies and cream Pop-Tart with some lactose-free milk. So I have eaten. I had a delicious double cheeseburger from El Dorado, and I kept it simple. I just went like tomatoes, lettuce, ketchup, and mayo, and that hit the spot. That really hit the spot. Tonight, though, I think I'm gonna do. If I feel a little soft, I'll crank up the old propane stovetop, and I got me some stews and some rice, and I think I might make a thing of rice and mix in some stew with it. I got some of that chunky, spicy jambalaya. You know what I'm talking about. That good stuff. Sheila P, what's going on? Good to see you, Sheila P. Moby Motorsports. He does ask this is like a real thing. Halben, have you made new stickers yet? My friends wanted some. Yeah, his friend went on to the website to get some new stickers. I gave all mine away to Kevin, and I think he has them on his toolbox. It's getting creepy out here, folks. Getting creepy. What's going on, Revan? Bristol with a role reversal. I'd enjoy the Holler Dollar version of things. You got to try the Clover Valley peanut butter nugs. I know exactly what you're talking about. I will try anything Clover Valley. The only thing that ever disappointed me was I think a potato soup. It had like no potatoes, and I was pretty upset. I was an Irishman. It's not that hard to get potatoes, everybody. We got a chopper coming over, guys. We got us a chopper coming. Cats are screaming to come out. Or are they trying to warn me? Dun dun dun. Jenna Lutch, cousin from Spangler here. Spangler drop. What's going on, cuz? Good to see you. Tell a family I said hi. I'm looking forward to getting up there soon. From my hometown, I was actually when I was selling the house, I was going through all these old like newspapers and yearbooks and all this stuff and kind of like categorizing it. And I found an old newspaper clipping and amongst like my dad's things that was a UFO sighting in Spangler. Oh, not in Spangler, in Patton, but very similar. This is small town Appalachia kind of thing going on here. But Patton's like a very small town next to our small town. But people in Spangler witnessed it too. And I took a little of the articles and I posted it to the hometown page, and this guy who I narrowed down who it was because I grew up on this hill. My cousins are still up there, but this guy said he saw Bigfoot in the power line cut through in the woods that went behind my house when I lived there, and so he didn't know I lived in the house he was talking about that he saw a Bigfoot behind. And this is before I was born. And he just said he spoke to an old man, which I can only assume was my grandfather, because that's who it would have been up there. And my dad would have been like 35 or something like that when this happened, like 30, like really young. So it wouldn't really be old man. But he told him about it. And I never heard this at all in my entire life. But the one rule that we had growing up from my dad was we couldn't cross that power line cut. We could stay behind that, but we could never go past that. I always wondered if he heard that. So that was weird. I got a Bigfoot report from my family's property before I was ever even born, and the guy didn't even know from up there. So that was interesting. Come from us Yowie mob down under. Oh, I would love to go to Australia. Dwarfs in the chat. Our last night Starlink passed over. That was something to see. Yeah, Starlink train. Those are really cool. Cut lines are always active. That yeah, cut lines are there was a I got footage of it today because this is during the bus driving filming sequence I was doing. I drove past a cut line and there wasn't a good pull off near there somewhere just down the line. It's in my book of things to do is to find a good pull off in a cut line where I get visibility, kind of like run both recordings, both sides. I think that would be pretty cool. Sploot. Castleberry's in the chat. Bigfoot still in power again. What would Bigfoot do with power? Where we at? Still kind of starting to die down, which is good. I'm getting less weird noises now that the wind's stopping. Except for the cats making noises. Amy True asked, do you have a bathtub in your bus? Oh, that's a tough question. No is the answer, but there's an asterisk there. I do shower and bathe regularly. What I do is I got 2 5-gallon jugs, one's for drinking and then one's for like washing dishes and then like sink water. And I have these I went to Tractor Supply and got these like flexible buckets of varying sizes. So I got like a little one for my little hand washing station there. And it's Little House on the Prairie style. You just kind of like, I have an electric water faucet. So you hit it and you get some running water so you can wash your hands. When it's time for like to take a shower, I put a couple towels down and I put that like big flexible bucket and I just stand in it. And then I with the sink bucket, I have these like sponge wipes. They're like one-time use kind of things, but they're pretty big. It's like a bath sheet. And you dunk it in water. It's cold as hell, but I actually like the feeling of like a cold shower, like the post after shower feels really good. So I just like do a full scrub down and it feels really good. I mean, I get like a full bath and then you dunk it again. And then you just keep doing that, like rinse and repeat till like the suds are gone. And that's how I bathe. It's not that bad. I think how I'm describing it sounds worse, but it's not that bad. And then the bus is so small too, it gives you a reason to kind of clean up because after you're done, there's like soapy water splash everywhere. So you just give everything a good wipe down. Richard said Coleman solar shower. I have tried those. I've never had any success with the showers. The ones that work the best are the ones that are like the people get the black PVC sewage pipe tubes and they put them on like the top of their van and you can actually kind of like hot glue a like a tire valve, air valve in there, and then you can actually pressurize it with like a little tire pump. And then you put a nozzle on one end, and then that black pipe is going to hold in all that heat you drive, and you could put like 10 gallons in it, and then you put a little bit of pressure on it with a little nozzle, and you actually get like a nice shower. I'm thinking about, I'll show you guys actually. How this like lift gate works is I'm thinking like this door swings open and that lift gate folds down as such, and it's like great, so you can see it in there. I'm thinking about putting a loop curtain that comes out. I can like fold up, put a curtain, and then I can just shower on the grate there, and the water would just kind of fall down. It wouldn't be perfect for every place, but I could kind of rig up, like I was saying, like a pipe on top that I could pressurize, and then actually have like a pressurized warm shower. Because I agree, when I do get to like a hotel or something like that, and I do get to take a shower, it's pretty rocking. Feels pretty good. Not gonna lie. Hub and Holler said, "Where do you poo?" That's my favorite answer of all. So I got this. It's called a Nature's Head composting toilet. Top of the line, the most advanced pooping system you could get for boondocking, and it uses a coconut core as basically like an absorbent, and but it's composting. It has a fan built in that runs off the 12-volt power, and then it has a vent hose that sticks out the side of the bus, and it keeps everything kind of like dehydrating So like you can use it for about a month, like one person, and you can use this toilet for about a month before you have to change it out. And it's not that bad. It just smells like potting soil. Um, the key to it is there's a separate, you have to sit down and use it. You, even if you like to pee standing up, you have to sit down and use it because to keep the pee pee separate from the poop poo. That's going to be the name of my next live stream. I'm hearing something over here. I do try to continue to talk kind of casually if I'm hearing something real close, just to see if like he doesn't know. Does he know that I know? One of those situations. Oh my God, that one time. I'll tell you what, the ventilation. See that, like that looks weird, but that is just like some weird lumps on that tree. The focus is not great on this. I think that's the webcam. This is that embankment side down here. I know it's not the best, guys, so I'll work on it. We'll get it. I promise you, we'll get it. Okay. We hear weird noise. We'll investigate it. Whew. I gotta quit sitting on there. It's like the 500. Let's see if I can switch it to let me catch up on chat real fast. Oh, that's my advanced thermal imaging, live thermal imaging. It works. You know what? Where was Hellman Holler here for the Reiki Rock? My Reiki Rock? Did you miss it? Did you miss my story about cleaned up Jesus making me pass out in like 3 seconds flat? Okay, that was loud. That was like a again windy, so maybe a tree fall, but not a tree fall, but maybe a branch fell off or something. But this, what would this be, like port side of the bus where we're looking? No, I'm not gonna look that way. I'm hearing a lot of something moving over there, and the wind's not that bad. The wind's actually kind of chilled out a lot. See how it blows out hot like that? Reiki Rock for calibrate for everyone's orientation. Okay. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pack all this stuff up when I am done. I'm just gonna chug it all in the back of the bus, and then run in. Hopefully the cats don't have to. I hate that's the worst part. I can never make a clean runaway. Oh, I just gotta get them cats in. Yes, it gets hot. Water heater has 3 modes, eco being the lowest. I definitely want a hot shower. Wintertime was when I really wanted to get warmed up. It gets like brutal in there in the sense that like even with that heater, the floor just gets like so cold that like I could have the heater on max and it could be like 80 in there. That's one thing. But like when your feet's constantly just like in a place where it's like cold, that's when it gets tough. So like I said on another stream, I like always wore booties and all that. Way the Booster, now you get to bring Jesse a Ricky quartz rock. I'm not bringing that Ricky. That thing weighs probably 50 pounds. Let me go get this cat. Let me go get this cat real fast. Hey, buddy, no, you're not coming out. Go. Go. Hey, you're not coming out. Oh, gotcha. Go. Oh, man. Nothing. He just stares at me when I bang on the door. I'm telling you, I'm constantly. I'm just policing cats. Patty G says, just looked it up. Uwharrie has feral hogs. You can hunt them year round. No bag limits or closed season. I think it's the same way with coyotes. I think they're considered varmint. I'll be right back, guys. That time I went to the door, he like runs away from the door. Always got to. I'm telling you, 50% of my time is just policing cats. Oh, I can't stand these like. Yeah, it's like an impossible audio thing out here. There's just too much wind. It's on and off, so like you can never tell. Like what's on? Is there even a knock, or is it all just wind banging? And I don't know. I'm feeling weird out here. The cat's not. The cat's not helping either, making weird noises at the door. MK, have you heard any loud booms or humming noise out there, or seen any meteorites? I honestly have not been doing as much sky watching as I probably should be. Humming noises. What was the other one? Humming noise. Any loud booms, humming noises. No, I can't really say that I have at this round. It's hard to say on these types of spots because like Robin Stage is starting up again. So it's not uncommon to hear like explosions out here. But as far as like sky booms and stuff like that, I haven't heard nothing. It's clear night tonight, so I'll keep an eye out for what kind of moon action we got. We got the moon over here. Very crescent. Notice I'm keeping my back to the bus now. That's where I'm at. Freaking myself out. Let's get a whoop or two. I don't do the whoops. I know I did it on the other stream, but in this spot, I don't think I'm gonna do the whoops. Maybe my last night here, I'll do the whoops. But I generally like to see if they're instigated. I just saw like a little spot of light over there. Yeah, see if I can. I know I'm blinding you guys right now. You guys see the pollen in the air? It's just insane. I don't know if you guys can see that embankment over there now. There's said rock. Yeah, pollen's just here right now. That's where it's just call blast Joe's whoop. I can probably give a little Joe's whoop. That was a little bit of a. Let me try to see if I can do my impression of it real fast. Whoop. Nothing. Males will come running. Absolutely. Oh, what did Cryptus say? What did Cryptus say? It's crazy how useless I am without a mouse. When I'm resorted to using the mouse pad thing. I lost it. I don't know. Okay, might get violated with Joe's whoop. I found me a lady. You guys met her the other night. That cat hair sleeve for the shotgun mic. That's ridiculous. If I had like an OF, there would be pictures of me wearing that. I'd sell them for like $50. Why not? Who wouldn't? Let me check power again. Power was good last time I checked it. So, where we at? Oh my God, we're not at 2 hours, but we're doing all right. Power shows will be doing good. Probably gonna kill it here. It's at 91%. So I'm thinking I need at least about 85 to go through the night. That's where if I that's me shutting down everything. I'm not running any DC power. That's just me running the 12-volt lights, the fridge, the toilet fan is a constant. That thing's like wired in. Like that thing ain't never gonna cut off. So maybe the next we'll go to 2 hours. We'll do this thing 2 hours. That's what we're gonna do. And what time is it now? 9:42? Yeah. That's what we'll do. I'll leave this recorder out. I might put it down a little bit further. And then I'll bring that in the morning. Oh, so you guys see any good movies lately, or did you guys see Jack Reacher or beat up his neighbor? Want to talk about that? I'll tell you what, though, Reacher, my neighbor, and he kept flying past my house on a dirt bike. I'd probably fight him. I think I could take Alan Richardson. I don't care if he's 6'8" or whatever. I fight him. Someone's gonna tag him in this. That was an interesting noise. That sounded like three big pieces of lumber kind of like falling off. Like it registered as like a lumber yard, and you like dun 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 dun. Like some lumber just dropped. That's kind of what it sounded like. Oh, I gotta check. I wonder what the weather's gonna be tomorrow. Let me get a couple things kind of wrapped up. Gonna lose some light, but I think I'll whoa. Just gonna get a couple things organized real fast before I start. Mostly because of the cats, I gotta make like a clean getaway. See, point that a little bit. There we go. A little bit more woods action going on. pass this way. Oh, I broke 2 car mounts today. 2 car mounts. So I'm down to 1. And then I've kind of made another made a suction cup kind of thing work. It works all right. I don't like putting the BGI on it, but I got to. Got that. Got this. I'm not going to put the thermal up quite yet. What else do I need? This left out. I'm going to leave that recorder out down there. Do you guys want to like come in the bus with me? I have to do a little 5-minute break, but we can do like a little like rundown or. Oh wait, that's right. There's an issue. Yeah. Damn it. Damn it. I need like 8 more batteries, and then I can run everything I ever dreamed of. Godzilla hood ornament for the bus would be pretty cool. I'd be down for that. I never always have my G-Man. I left all my okay, this is gonna sound okay. Look, maybe let me just put this out there. But I have like a Godzilla figurine collection, and I got like a bust of Godzilla. And I think it was like a Temu kind of item, but so it's like Godzilla just enough where it's not copyright, but it looks really good, and it's like a legendary style, and it's basically what what I would want a hood ornament to be. I think it was only like $8. Maybe I should like order another one of those, dip it in some chrome, and then set it in there. I think that would be pretty good. We still gotta get a name for this bus. Maybe I'll start something. All the Motorsports Mecha Godzilla hood ornament. The man knows his quality right there. It would be a Kiru Mecha Godzilla, just to be clear. The ultimate Mecha Godzilla. If you guys haven't watched the Kiru trilogy, check it out. It's good. It's good. They built Mecha Godzilla in that series. They built Mecha Godzilla. This is the Millennium era. They built Mecha Godzilla out of the bones of the original 1954 Godzilla. And when he has to do battle with Godzilla for the first time, he hears the roar, and it like the bones like becomes possessed with the bone, like the possession, like the original 54 Godzilla possesses the Mecha Godzilla with all the armament, and he just lays waste to Tokyo, and it's the sequences ever because you get to watch Mechagodzilla as Godzilla just destroy a city, and he's launching like missiles out his back and just blowing up streets. It's great. The bus is called Sassy King Ghidorah. Dang, Amy, you're pretty cool. You're pretty cool. That's one of my favorite things about Godzilla movies is anytime there's like they tease like a mystery monster, 90% of the time it's King Ghidorah. 90% of the time. Something that isn't talked about enough. Can we talk big Godzilla for a little bit? One thing that Godzilla that I love is what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? One second, guys. I'm all tangled up now. What's going on? What is going on? Oh. Okay. Untangle, please. Could you guys hear anything? It sounded very very screechy. David Garner said barn owl. I'll give it that. It was coming from the same direction as the other one, so yeah, that was just if you hear something that's not what you've been hearing, always makes you kind of perk up. You know what I'm saying, dog? Look, I might stop talking Godzilla because of something, it's serious. Multi-emotional. If you let your guard down, a Sasquatch gave you a sign to fuck with you. That's something we were talking about. Like, that was done during the mountain documentary, where now I don't know if it's shown at. I think the audio is played, but like the build up to it, like there was like a part where we like got casual and just like talking to kind of get this thing to come in closer, and it did work. Man, I keep hearing stuff. Just curious. I thought I heard a squeal. Yeah, it was like a squeal thing, but I mean, if that's a barred owl kind of thing, then that's the same direction. Pasta rest tree more Godzilla references. I forgot what we were talking about. What were we talking about? I know I was talking about Kuru. I know I was talking about Kuru Mechagodzilla, but on this Bigfoot hunt. All right. I'm gonna get a couple of these things in the bus. I'm not using the tripod or this, and I think I'm all done with this closed. Get these things in. Still got the thermal out here. Trying to get as bare bones as possible. Man, I'm so dehydrated. It was a really dry day today. Just curious. Yeah, screech or squeak. Can you guys actually see any amount into the woods there? Oh yeah, you guys can. Okay. Take a little step back and fight for you guys. Give a little POV shot. As far as it's fairly quiet for even with human activity. I think we only heard that helicopter a little bit ago. Maybe a few vehicles, but outside of that, it's been a fairly quiet evening. cats are going. Well, I guess we're coming up on 2 hours. That's probably good. Like I said, I'll leave the recorder out here. That way, if anything pops off, I gotta get all the cameras together and make sure everything's topped off and ready to go at night. Avoid found footage POV, please. That's gonna get you killed. Oh, that's true. I never thought about that. Amy True, Space Godzilla, 1994. Can I talk about? I don't know if I want to talk about Space Godzilla. I am. How do I say this? I like the plot of Space Godzilla. Like for anybody who doesn't know, it's like the Taken of the Godzilla movies. Space Godzilla comes from space and he's Godzilla, but instead of like the dorsal plates, he's got like crystals coming out. Why he even exists, I'm gonna get really fall off. I don't want to get too far off. But anyway, he comes to Earth and he kidnaps Godzilla's kid. He kidnaps Godzilla Jr. And I would say it has probably one of the best final battle sequences, because when Space Godzilla like takes over a place, these giant crystals form, very much like Krypton, like in water, like kryptonite in water, kind of like goes crazy. So you get this really cool fight scene that's in a city that has been destroyed by these crystals flying, like bursting through everything. And it's a pretty good battle, and I like it. And there's a really good human weapon in it. The whole third act of that movie is great. I personally, though, there's a scene where when they discover Space Godzilla, a bunch of scientists, and they're sitting around this like command center, and this scientist brings up, and like they show a picture of Space Godzilla, and they literally go like, "We call him Space Godzilla." And I thought that was like so lazy. Could we not come up with a better name than Space Godzilla? Couldn't it be like Cosmic Zilla or Galactzilla, like something? I don't know. I just felt like it felt generic, Space Godzilla. But I heard he's gonna be featured in the new movie Supernova. Which I'm fine. It's not like you can make that character more exciting for me. But that movie also, like the first act's really slow. It's really boring. So I have a love-hate relationship with Space Godzilla, I guess. And it's mostly just like, because like, not to like get on Toho too much, but like if I was a Toho executive coming to kill me. Yeah. How dare you say that about Space Godzilla? But yeah, I just feel like maybe another like 30 minutes up with a better villain name than Space Godzilla, I would have just appreciated a bit more. What series was that in? That was Heisei era, right? Am I correct on that one? Yeah, it would have to be Heisei era. Yeah, it was. Overall, that's a great series. That whole era, it's pretty solid. It's got one of the best, which is Godzilla versus Biollante, which how come no one's dropping that in chat? Astrozilla is a better. That's what I'm saying. If they would have just taken 1 minute longer, just like, do we have to call it Space Godzilla? Could we call it something a little bit different? Mario says Galactic Zilla goes hard. It does, right? You're like, whoa, he's Galactic Zilla? That's serious. We have the split agrees. I mean, the name could have been better. Yeah, right? It feels generic when you just call it that. Now, in the defense, it is like, okay, here's how it happened. From what I recall, I can't tell if that's an airplane in the distance or some sort of weird. I think it's a plane. And she said it comes out from a year from now. Literally, I thought it was coming out this year. I thought I was told on my Godzilla calendar I had Supernova coming out, and I believe Godzilla -0 coming out. And Godzilla -0 better be Hedorah. No, that's like a hell. Okay, we got something going on here. It's really far away. So it's not like something close by. There's also a plane, though. Well, like the documentary. We talked about how when there's another sound going on, that seemed like when they want to. So I had spicy queso dip earlier. That when there's like other sounds around, it's like they use it as audio camouflage. What we got? They're waiting on -0. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's going to be great. Guys, it's going to be great. If you said, oh, all right, you're hearing hells. And just from like what it sounds like, it's how I said that, like over here, there's that embankment, then like another 250 feet, there's like the hillside going up. It's like on the other side of what would be like, not even that hill, but probably like maybe on that ridge or a little bit beyond that. So not like close by. But mind you, there's nothing this way. That's just woods. That's pure woods. Interesting. Oh, wow. Where are you? Over 2 hours. Cousin, what's going on? That's my other cousin right here, Sherry. Sherry, you know what Sherry taught me how to do? She was the. Should I say this, Sherry? Do you want me to tell you what you taught a young MK? First person to ever teach me how to do it. Flicking someone off. And we were driving to the gas station, and she was like, hey. Well, I didn't know what it meant. She flicked someone off. And I'm like, what's that? And I was like, oh, that's just a way of telling somebody you don't like them. So and then I was just like popping it off like crazy. Been doing it ever since. It's never stopped. I heard it was Hedora Anchorus. Oh, like a combo of the two? That would go hard. Godzilla -0 comes out November 26th. Godzilla versus Kong Super comes out March 26th, 27th. Damn, I was really hoping we get that. Listen, as Godzilla fans, we got it so good 2 years ago with like the New Empire and then -0, and it was both like they were both complete opposite ends of the spectrum in terms of like one ultra serious, one like a really deep introspective of like survivor's guilt, and the other one was like Godzilla karate chopping monkeys in zero gravity and Hollow Earth. And I was there for all of it. Sherry said, proud to be the one. Someone had to do it. You know what I mean? I also love Godzilla. Then you're going to fit right on in. And King Kong. I'm with you, too. And what's even crazier, I'm a huge, huge Godzilla fan. But anytime it's Godzilla versus Kong, I root for Kong. I have to. It's like the law, right? Because like I know Godzilla's going to win. So I have to root for the underdog. And those movies have handled that well. I didn't versus Kong movie. Like, oh, that was a fair fight, and technically Godzilla won. Like, he killed Kong. Kong just got deflibbed back to life, and then they became bros. Well, guys, I guess we're gonna wrap it up. I don't know. Those howls really intrigued me. See where I'm at with power. Let me see where I'm at with power. I am running on the inverter now. I could start the bus. I'm still good. I'm still above 90%. So we'll keep going. Rename King Kong Squatch Kong. I feel like I don't know. There's something about Bigfoot. I guess it's the hooded nose, the flat nose versus hood nose. King Kong never registered as like a Bigfoot thing to me. You know what I mean? Like he is just like a big gorilla in my head. But I would be pro like a kaiju Bigfoot. I guess that would have been War of the Gargantuans. If anybody else is into some Ishiro Honda kaiju action, that's a great one right there. At least I think he directed it. I'm pretty sure he directed it. I know Haru Nakajima, who was the original Godzilla actor in the suit. He's in that movie too, and he's more Bigfooty, so they didn't. It's not like a full rubber suit. He's actually got like makeup on. War like Gargantuans. Check it out. Check it out. Moby Motorsports elaborate on the nose. I never heard that before. So like a gorilla, they have like a how would you say it? I guess that would be like a flat nose where their nostrils are exposed. You know, like a gorilla or King Kong. Like whereas humans, we have a hooded nose. It's covered. Our nostrils are covered. So that's the difference. Bigfoot's always been described. Not always, those are always outliers, but most Bigfoot encounters, people would say that they have more of a human face, so like more of a hooded nose. So my kids are obsessed with Godzilla, Kaiju, and the MonsterVerse. Then man, that's the time to be into it, and hopefully they stay into it. It never got old for me. I've always enjoyed it. I always thought it was fun. It's always like a nice, particularly like that Toho Godzilla is really where it's at. Like you don't get like a lot of this new stuff, like the Marnock series. I haven't seen the new season. Like Marnock was kind of the first season kind of upset me because like there's a lot of like personal relationship issues, and that's like forbidden in like a Toho Godzilla movie. Like we're not doing that here. You come here for your monster action. Oh, I know what I was talking about before I got interrupted. Godzilla movies have mastered like a mad scientist. Like if you watch them all, there's every type of variant of a mad scientist you could imagine. Like meaning like there could be an outwardly crazy looking mad scientist with wacky hair, but he's actually like and he's wackily and he's like crazy. He's like a crazy dude. Sometimes they'll do it where he's looking like a wacky, crazy mad scientist, but like he's very serious. That would be more like Godzilla -1, where like that scientist in that movie is insane. But like he presents himself kind of appropriately. But even though he has like wacky hair and he does like weird stuff instead of like mostly science, he's like, I'm gonna go on this minesweeping boat. Then there's another one called Terra Mecha Godzilla, where there's this guy who's a scientist and he's like lab coat, clean cut, and he discovers a kaiju deep in the ocean, and he like devises this plan to implant this chip into his brain where you could control him to defend Japan from Godzilla. And this is the beginning of the movie. And he goes to like some scientist meeting where all these scientists are there, and he tells them his plan. And they get so mad they physically assault the guy, and it's shown in like screenshots of like him like telling everybody like, "Hey, I found a kaiju. I'm gonna brain control him." And it cuts to like scientists like grabbing him and like punching him and stuff. So then he goes mad, and the next time you see him, he's like got crazy hair and he's full on mad scientist. It's great, but like they've like orchestrated like mad scientists in Godzilla movies. It's beautiful. It's always different. It's ever flowing. It's the deepest ocean. Namison, Godzilla's class that transcends decades. It does. It was really the big reason with in all honesty, like I love Japan. I like everything about Japan. I like love the and the main reason I would even think about Japan was watching Godzilla movies. And there's something about being a little kid, like 6 or 7 years old, watching a Godzilla movie and seeing like a Japanese person's like living room and house, and it like blows your mind. Like, oh, I didn't know you could like have a short table. Why do we have chairs? Like, it doesn't make any sense. And like you see their car, like all those things were like interesting too, especially when you're young. Like you find it super interesting. So it just grew from there. If it wasn't for Godzilla, I would never watch like Kurosawa movies, like really good stuff, like, well, I won't say good, but like really high quality stuff. Godzilla's good. But like it opened a whole world to me, and then like so I just like I love everything Japanese now and the samurai stuff. I will go binge samurai movies. I'll binge samurai movies right now. Old for Godzilla. My cold meds are kicking in. This was an excellent show. Night all. Good night, Sloop. Yeah, we're about to head out, guys. We're about to head out. We got Craig coming to chat. What's up, MK? What's up? What's up? So funny to watch those now. You know what? That's the thing too. Like the original Toho stuff. Like, even though like it's much more kiddie-ish, because it was, especially for during the later era of the Showa movies, they were definitely more kid oriented. They're still fun. They're still like really just like it's comforting. You can just pop them on, and you just hear crazy shit on your TV for like 90 minutes. This is the other thing too. They're fast. They're fast. Like they're 90 minutes tops. Oh, just curious. Must have heard something. Yeah, drop a timestamp in there. If there's an issue with the comments, someone on the Discord. There's a few people on the Discord and chat. Let me know. There should be comments. I feel really bad about not having comments up on that post Patty stream. But yeah, let me get this kind of all wrapped up. It was good to see you guys. Thanks for hanging out. So I'll get this thing all put up. And this is a wrap. I'm gonna leave that recorder out there. Like I said, that was windy. I doubt it's gonna be really useful, but hey, you never know if something gets close there. Yeah, let's wrap this thing up. Have a great night, y'all. Be safe. Relax. Listen to some ASMR Reiki, and dream of those Reiki rocks. And thank you guys for everything. You guys have been so supportive while I've been out here, and I really, really appreciate it. And it's I live out here, like this is my home, so like everything you guys see is like what I got, and I think that's pretty cool. And I'm glad you guys are like digging it. All right, everybody, let's wrap it up. That's it. Take it easy, Ristle, Sherry, Castleberry, Amy. Just curious. How about Holler if you're still there? Way the Sploot, David Gardner, Sherry, Jenna, Patty G, Perk Top Express, Mulvey Motorsports, Stone Adventures. So many. Thank you guys. Chat rocked. This was fun. Mike MC, good night. Good night. All right, guys. Later. I'm going to get packed up very fast because I'm freaked out. But I'll keep listening. All right, guys. Later.